welcome to another episode of PotatoTown. It's me, Snoopy Doodle, and we're going to be working on our main base today. Last episode, we finished this awesome nether hub with Peachy and Des and everyone else that helped us work on it. And as you can see, it's nice and safe, and it looks great. And today, we're going to be working over on our main base. It's still oxidizing over there. So let's get over to the new area and I will fill you in on some changes. Alright, so this is where our base was going to be. However, we kind of looked at it and we decided that this mountain is actually too small to accommodate our base, because our base is actually a lot bigger than what we thought it was. So we actually are moving it just over there. There's another mountain, and I'm going to show you guys what that looks like over right now. Okay, so before we can start work on our mega base, we have to flatten this area down here to Y level 69 to get a nice flat platform to start. And so we're just going to whip that into existence right here. Alright, so that's all done now, and we're going to have to terraform all that a little bit later and make that look neater, but now we have at least a nice flat area to work with. Alright, so next we got to use a beacon to dig out a corner of this mountain so that it will fit nicely against the wall and not be obscured. Alright, now that we got our beacon set up, we can go ahead and get our pickaxe and start digging out this portion of the mountain. Oh, that's already dug out, I guess. Well, the only thing that we have left to do before we can start building this is just gather some resources. I suppose I can just stick those... Hold on. Are these all the resources I'm going to need for this build? Oh my gosh, they are. Well, now that I have 0 content for gathering materials and getting ready for this build, I guess I'm just going to jump into a time lapse right now. So 5 hours later, and it is done. At least the outside entrance is done. So we plan on digging into the mountain and carving it out and building this mountain around this, like connecting it all up right through here so that we can just have it going directly into the mountain. So gotta kind of shape the mountain down into our base and then dig out the inside of the mountain. So that'll be more projects that we have to work on, but we also are just going to wait for it to oxidize. I didn't bother laying out all the copper because there's a whole bunch of copper. I just didn't feel like doing that and waiting for it to oxidize. But yeah, so it took 5 hours over the course of like a week and a half to build all this. Many more hours in creative to design it. So I think that it's pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think about it. We gotta obviously add an inside to it, but it'll be it'll get there eventually, and we'll just add our stuff in there. We're planning on having a cool vault and wing for all of our villagers, and so that's what we are going to be working on in future episodes for this base, and maybe doing some other decorations. We got to do some more texturing like that. I only did a little bit on the outside, but for now it's all stone brick for the most part. We can change it up in the future. And so now we're going to move on to our next project, which is going to be a gold farm in the nether. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and play a game that Peachy made called Lost Treasure. So the rules are right here. Rule number 1, nothing in inventory except for 5 pieces of food. Rule number 2, no armor, no wings. And rule number 3 is 2 tries only. So the game, you have 3 minutes to find as many golden coins or nuggets as possible. If you die, your score equals 0. No breaking blocks, no hitting bad guys. The golden coins will be hidden in chests, barrels, item frames. Return them into the barrel and put your score in this book. So here's a score. Sky got 53 coins, so I'm going to try to beat that now. And also put all my gear already in here.
Four, three, two, one, done.
88.
All right. Whoa. Okay, you gotta put it in the book.
So after my second run, I actually did better than the first run, even though there was more bad guys and it was a lot harder. And then I got the prize of a bunch of diamonds, which I, of course, ended up splitting with Peachy, as you might have seen in her video. So now that we got to play this fun game that Peachy made for us, this area is going to serve as like the entrance of our gaming area. And so now we can start making a bunch of different mini games through the cave. And what we're going to end up doing next is we're going to make a gold farm over the nether. I know I said that we were going to do that a little bit earlier, so we're going to actually do it now. All right, so as you can see, we've started our gold farm. We've got the top layer down with the glass up there, a bunch of temporary blocks, and marked out where the uh, turtle eggs are going to go. That is the collection platform. I think we're going to use a hopper minecart, a hopper unloading system that drops it, all the drops down, and then a slime block pusher that will launch it across a bunch of chests and sort it all out for us, and then burn off all the extra rotten flesh. So I'm going to go ahead and fly up to the top so you can see what it looks like from up there. So as you can see, we're already getting pigmen spawning, and that was just from like a second of being away, just far enough away. So I think that we'll get pretty decent rates from this farm. More gold than we'll need for sure, probably, and we can probably even sell some extra gold to other members on the server. All right, so progress update. Now we have all the redstone completed for this system down below for the collection system. So they'll fall on the half slabs. You got a hopper minecart running around, picking up all the items. They'll come up here. They'll get unloaded into this dropper, and it has auto dropper. It'll drop into the cobweb, and then the cobweb it'll group all the items together in batches, and it'll drop it down onto that glazed terracotta. That hopper clock will be running, and it will fire first this piston, then that piston to push the stuff over to align it with that chest, and then slide all the way around along this ice. And it will. All these are filled up with a filter and one golden nugget, so all it can accept is golden nuggets, and it will slide all the way into the end into the fire. So once all of these are filled up, it's about 50 double chests worth of golden nuggets, then it will be overflowing. And of course, all the rotten flesh will just immediately get burned because I have zero use for that. I don't want to trade it with the clerics because it's just more annoying than anything to try to just get it all like transported to the villagers. But also, Peach has been helping me out, and she filled in the rest of the magma layers. We already did the top one and the glass layers ourselves, and then she went ahead and did all the other layers. So that's a really big help. So thank you, Peach, for that. And now we just have to get the trapdoors and turtle eggs in place, and then put up the AFK platform. And this project is already done. Alright, so we finished the turtle eggs and trapdoors, and now we're going to run this thing for the first time. I'm going to click this and start the clocks and head up to the AFK spot, and we will see how much we can get in like 5 minutes or something. Alright, so we tested it out. We went AFK overnight, and this farm is not lossless, so there's quite a few golden nuggets on the ground along with some rotten flesh and stuff, just because the timing and the fact that the cobweb is so close makes this that some of the items get pushed out before they are aligned against that chest. So some of the items are halfway along the ice path, some of them are like out there. So, but despite all that, we still managed to get this much gold. So we managed to get 11 stacks of gold blocks plus a few, and I think that is a pretty good result for just an AFK farm, and we can just sit there and not do anything. Then also we need to make some improvements to the farm so it is less drops getting lost. So I need to get some more glazed terracotta. But basically, apart from that, this is all done, and we just have to next. We're probably gonna end up making a piglin bartering farm of some kind. I'm not really sure what kind we're gonna build yet. I don't know if we're gonna do logical geek boy or if we're going to just do a simple one that like Membomb shows, but that's kind of the plan so we can get a bunch of resources that the piglins give out. So we'll see when we end up building that. I don't know if it's going to be next episode or in further episodes out from that, but I do want to get building some games and maybe a some casino gambling type of mini games on the server because I think that'd be a lot of fun. And so that's kind of the plan for the future. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We made a lot of progress on our mega base. We have started our palace, and if you were wondering, my inspiration for this build was the Shivering Isles Palace in Oblivion. I thought that was a really cool build. So it'll look a lot closer to it once all this copper oxidizes. But yeah, so now it is time for the verse of the day. Luke 6:36. Be merciful just as your Father is merciful. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I certainly did. It was a lot of fun building this and planning it and designing it. So I'm looking forward to digging out the inside of the mountain and getting it all set up in there. So, but until then, have a good one, everyone.